Hi, you're watching Saturday in the Woodworking Shop with Andrew Pitts, where we talk things woodworking. I do an occasional furniture repair, and in this case, my friend Sarah brought me a table that had 3 of 4 legs broken off, so we're going to have to reattach those. And also, the top is kind of beat up, so we're going to have to go ahead and sand that down and refinish. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how this job is approached and how we proceed. On this piece, the top swivels. It's a leaf type top, and it swivels. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off by disconnecting a little pivot point down here, and then we can work on this. Looks like this table's been worked on quite a bit in the past. Okay, take that little plate off. This whole thing lifts off. See, it's got a little bearing there through a hole. And now I can work on the individual parts separately. The real key to the weakness here is that these legs just are doweled in, 2 little dowels, and that's it to hold the entire, let's see, this is probably the one, you know, the entire lever action of this thing by 2 little dowels. So that's what we're going to have to fix. You have to get a little water down in there. A lot of these old tables are put together with hide glue. You can see that this is hide glue. A little bit of water will dissolve that. That'll help me get these dowels out as well. These are 3/8 inch dowel holes. So to get these dowels out easily, first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut them about as flush as I can. And then I'm going to take a 1/4 inch drill, just drill out the center. So I got a place to squirt some water in there. And if I just squirt some water inside there, get what's left of that dowel saturated, I ought to be able to peel it off in a little while and retain most of the hole without making the hole extra large. So I've been soaking these leg pieces for about an hour, and now it's time to just try to remove some of the glue and so forth that's softened up. Now, just carefully using my 3/8 drill on slow speed, I can just clean out these holes. Now, these holes are going to be oversized. From the beginning we knew that, so there'll be some shimming that'll have to be done on the dowels. Now we're down to good wood that can take glue. Just use the chisel, clean off some of this old filler that was used on a past repair. Now, there's no way these dowels are going to hold these legs. They didn't before. They're certainly not going to now with the holes being reamed out a little bit, no matter how much I try to shim the dowels. So I'm going to use big screws to go through the leg and really secure this. So I'll use this long dowel as a guide, and I'll take my pilot drill bit, not the final size but the pilot, just so I can get this hole straight on through. I'll do the same thing on the other side, but I'll set it down about 1/4 inch. Then I'll come through from the other side with a countersink bit here that's 3/8 inch diameter, and that'll be the same size as the plugs that I'll put in. Now I'll go back to my original drill bit and come on through and make a mark in the leg. Okay, and that's where the screw's going to go. Like that. I'm using a nice 3-inch long stainless steel flathead screw to go on in there. All I got to do now is finish drilling this hole and then bore out the hole in the leg to the same diameter. I'll go ahead and I'll set 2-inch dowels. These holes are rather snug, so we're in good shape. We'll go as deep as we can with the dowels. Then I'll just trim off whatever excess I need to before I put them into the legs. Here's a hole that's sloppy, so I'm going to have to make a little shim material. So I took a little bit of thin veneer stock, get some glue in the hole, get some glue on both sides of the veneer. Go ahead and just fit a piece in. Fit a piece in there. Do the same with the bottom of the hole so I get some good coverage all around. Alright, and then go ahead and put some glue on the dowel. Maybe another little bit there in the hole to make sure the veneer has good coverage. Get that out of your way. There we go. See, that's on there nice and tight now, and it's not going to go anywhere. The dowels help keep things aligned, give it a little strength, but the real strength comes from that 3-inch screw that goes in there. So I'm just using some mahogany plugs I made. Let them set, then I'll go ahead and trim that off.
Work in the shop this week's been a little bit challenging because I'm one of the instructors at the YMCA's School to Pool program where we teach all the second grade kids how to swim. But don't worry, next week I'll be back in the shop, none the worse for wear. I've talked to you before about starting an artisan trail on the northern neck of Virginia, and here I am getting really, really serious.
There we go. Got my Artisan Center, Virginia Artisan Trail sign up. Now all I got to do is make myself a new HDU sign for this one that seems to be falling apart. You know, viewers often thank me for making these videos, and really it's a labor of love. I do it because I want to share what I do and what's worked, and sometimes what's not worked. I used to write an essay, a pictorial essay, and post it on my website whenever I'd make a piece of furniture. And the idea was that my clients could then follow along with, you know, the progress of making the piece. But what I learned is people rarely read pictorial essays, and so they're much more interested in videos which have a little more action. So I started this over 100 videos ago, and I try to keep my videos very informative of actually the details of how I do things. Now for some people that's a little too much detail, and they'd rather not spend that time, but I know a lot of you really do like to know really how I made things, and I appreciate that interest that you have. And I hope that you'll share it with other viewers. I certainly don't know the YouTube formula for getting the word out to potential viewers, other woodworkers. Please share, and that way we have a strong community of woodworkers. It's a way that I can give back from what I've learned. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.